Hello Gemini, kia ora koutou katoa, welcome to my YouTube channel and also my Facebook page if you've come across this video on Facebook. So yes, Gemini, we're back here again for this week. So today is the 24th of August 2020. So I just want to remind everybody that these reads are general reads. They are also timeless, and so what I mean by timeless, you may see this next week or a month's time or 2 years' time. You may be watching this video and it might make sense to you then. So that's what I mean by timeless. So there's no, even though I've created this for this weekly read for August 2020, it doesn't mean to say that it's just for here now. So, because it might make more sense to you at another day. The other thing is, with these being general, it may or may not resonate with you. So like I say, these could be more of a forecast for you, but it's, a lot of people, it's often that it is in the moment and or a forecast, but also it could be something where you may be intuitively feeling like something's coming up, so it might help you in that way. So with the energy that's here, so, and it could be just like if it's something that's happening right now, it'll be helping you. It could help you with some clarification that's going on with you, with what is going on with you right now. Cool. So the other thing is, so I just want to remind everybody to subscribe to my channel. You can do that now or at the end of the video. And follow me or like my Facebook page and follow me on there as well. So I have some new content with different courses and some other videos that are coming up with different projects that I've got. So it's not all going to be on YouTube. That's why I'm encouraging you to also follow me on Facebook as well. So because these are more than likely going to be shifted more to just on YouTube. Anyway, so the other thing is, if you don't, that this read is for Gemini. If you're watching, for Gemini in Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So if you don't know what your other signs are, please check out in the description box below. There is a link to a website that has a free calculator on there, and it will help with that, will work it out for you. Okay, and then you can check out what your other signs might be saying to you or talking to you about what could be going on now, and maybe get a more comprehensive overview of what might be going on. So if this isn't quite making sense to you at the moment. So anyway, quite often I will do that if there's something else, or sometimes I will just check out my moon sign and see what's going on. Like for me, it's Libra. And then there's Cancer and another one in Pisces, and this is for me like my sun sign. I predominantly follow my sun sign, which is Gemini. So it resonates more with me, but not everybody is like that. So, but I do, check out my other signs as well. So anyway, I have no idea where we're going today. So I was going to start doing things differently, or slightly have a different way of doing things, but I kind of, it's not feeling right today how I thought I was going to do that, or how, and I thought I was going to do that, and somehow, and that's okay. I just got to, roll with it, and that's pretty much how I work anyway, is like rolling with things, have some sort of a plan there, and see what comes up. So being taught patience is a theme that's been come up, not so much for me right now, but it may be for you, is patience with yourself and for others. So and it's like going back to what I first said in the beginning here, is like you may be intending on doing something a specific way, or maybe quite loosely in a way, but it's not turned out that you're going to be able to do it like that, because it doesn't quite fit, or it doesn't quite, it doesn't feel like it right, or resonate with you. So that's just the way it is sometimes. And sometimes, like they're talking about, you could be quite impatient with yourself, or quite, put yourself down for, something, but it's all a process. So don't let yourself go too far into that rabbit hole if you do. So the first card out, and I'm just shuffling these and nothing's coming out. So falling out. So I'm going to start with the tarot deck. So, oh, that's what I was going to start, is my trusty tarot deck. I do have another one, so I may be using that one later on to clarify. And then we have the Sacred Earth Oracle deck. So I might use my new Rider-Waite deck. We'll see how we go. And possibly the cards. So there's a combination of channeling that's coming through. So, you know, more so lately. I think it always has with me, but and maybe has with you as well. But I feel like it's more noticed, or more something maybe more just like coming out with you lately. It's just, I think it's because what Spirit are talking about, that you may be thinking, oh, what's going on? And it's like, oh, it's something's more flowing, okay? And it's like there are ideas and thoughts that that you may have put off in the past and poo-pooed it and thought, well, you know, but something may not be that exact same opportunity or project, but something similar has come up, and it's like Spirit have brought it to your attention about how you responded to that, and making you more aware of what your thought process is around it, and what your emotional process around it, or connection to it is, or attachment is actually, and what your thought and how you process that. So so you can like do it differently, okay, with a different frame of mind, way of thinking, and how that might work. So without fear, to whatever degree of fear that means to you, like literally it might be quite a scary thing for you, and figuratively it might be a scary thing for you to like move, like physically, or, you know, yeah, energetically, or even just thinking about it. Okay, where are they going with that? I just said that twice, but in a different way. So anyway, the first card out is the Star card. So there's hope and inspiration. So, you know, Spirit are wanting to let you know to keep, oh gosh, that sun's come out now, just like that, when I don't really want it to come, but it's bright. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there, because something is bright, it's coming. And something is, you know, is on its way. It's like you've just, it's like you've awakened something, or something has awakened, and you've allowed it to be more in a space where, be yourself, be more in a space of accepting that, like the gifts or the abilities, or and the gifts not just as in spiritual, but the gifts and abilities that have come to you to receive, but also to give as well. So there may be something where you might be having a hard time, like some of you is accepting that, because there's far out. So you might be having, you know, a hard time accepting that. So it's like, wow, you know, it's like there's something about you, you may, okay, so this is about, you know, speak, you know, like there's like walk your walk and talk your talk. There's that sort of thing. It's like, yeah, there's that sort of energy there, but there's hope and inspiration there that's come up for you. I'll come out of that way. So, but it's coming forward to you, and it's bright. Okay, and then I've got to pull it back. So maybe you're back here. The Spirit's way of showing you that, you know, the symbology that you're back here. So it's about moving forward with hope and inspiration, because the Star energy brings that. So I notice on this card the water that she's got in these jugs, that she's pouring some back into the pond, and some is going on earth. So there's some sort of balancing there with the energy, and like giving and receiving as well, okay, which goes back to what we just talked about. Cool. So then there's the sense of that loss of wealth or faith with the Five of Pentacles that might have come up, where you're feeling that, where you may be recognizing, some of you may be recognizing that side of you, and it may be all that imbalance, or the way that you look at things, with what wealth, you know, with this loss of wealth, and you may be going into a project where it's kind of maybe a little bit tricky, you know, with financially, or you're not, you know, which is where this faith comes from, and that in the next steps forward, or the next movements, is like maybe you you know, like you might be taking a risk, or it could be that you're seeing it as a pay cut, or doing, you know, or whatever it is that's happening with you. So that's kind of like there's an energetic energy going on here with the Pentacle side of things. It's an exchange of energy, like money is really, or you know, an exchange of energy, whether you're bartering or and for something other than money. It's like there's a cost to something, and maybe you're a little bit balking at it because there may be a loss of, you know, you may not have the faith in yourself. This is where they're talking about in yourself, or in, you know, in the decision that you're making, in the journey where you're thinking about going, okay, or where you're contemplating going anyway. So, but I just feel like the Star, because as I put this card down, I've actually got this crystal in the window there. That's been shining on it, and when I put it down, that crystal energy light was shining on that star. So I feel like that's a sign for me as well, with different things that are going on in my life, with projects that have popped up, and also that I've created, and it's like a sign, like keeping on going and moving forward. And sometimes I do pop into this space as well, so you know, with change and that. But it's kind of like, I'm feeling like for some of you, it's when I say the but, it's like, yes, my mind might go there, or your mind might go there, but it's like for some of you, it's like it switches. It's like that your perspective is, you know, you're able to see the shit through, you know, that's there. And it, you know, it's like the bullshit rather that story that you tell yourself, and it's like, so you're able to switch the thoughts or the feelings, the emotional attachment to something in the past that has held you back off with doing these sorts of, you know, doing something new, or changing, you know, quite, maybe this, whatever's come up, maybe quite, have come in quite quickly for you. So it's like, well, I'm going to make a decision. Well, Spirit's doing that for a reason. So you don't go in your head and like start thinking of things about why not, and having that trust and that faith about why. Yeah, why not? Why not go there? It's like the question. So you're asking the question with a different energy. Okay, so yeah, it's like you have no reason why you couldn't go there. So, but it's like there's something that I feel like some of you are feeling like you may be sacrificing or giving up something. But it's like, actually, that's maybe the excuse that you're using for not having faith in yourself, or in the process of the idea that's come through, or the change that you're wanting to create, to make, okay, or to move forth with. So then we have the Page of Pentacles, which is saying to me that some of you, or a lot of you, are maybe looking for some evidence and some proof in it. So, and you may have already started it, or you may be like wanting to, you know, and got so far. And I feel like there's something that comes up and it shows you something that is happening in the background where where something is changing. So I'm just being drawn to this card here, which is at the bottom of the deck in my right hand. So there's something moving, because that's the World card. Okay, so I feel like there's something is moving, and like when you move, or when we move, it's like, well, something is moving. And when we start to make decisions, we start to move towards something where and more listen to that, and that balanced side of us, with that intuition and the heart, coming from that heart-centered space, without any like other thoughts, or egotistical thoughts, or ego thoughts that are in the like higher vibrational, not higher vibration, egotistical in the, okay, where they're going with that. I've got three people yakking, or three energies there. So you may be having, for some of you, have got three different energies around you. So you should go this way, you should do that. Well, no, don't do that, you know, or that. So it will be in three minds, not just two. So because the other people might be saying something, or what are you doing? And that. So, but when we make our decision, so it's not going into the ego, whether it's over inflation or under inflation is where they're going. So under inflation, okay, of yourself. Okay, so it's finding that balance, and you're making that decision. So until you've got, because I just feel like some of you, it's like there's that waiting for that something new to come through, and not an idea, but some proof of some sort, a symbol or a sign that says, yep, that will seal the deal, that I'm going to go this way. But some of you, I feel like, because you probably do, get that symbol. Some of you do get that, and okay, I'm hearing some of you have got the symbol, but when I say probably do get it, or it's like the spirit is saying the symbol is there, so they've put it out. But it's whether when I say that you get it, that you actually hear it or sense it or know it, and accept it as that as being your symbol. So, or sign that, okay, yep, this is like, and it's like, but that helps you come back in a bit. So Spirit is sending like different little messages in there for you to like, to go. And it may be, because this is, the Page of Pentacles comes in, so it may be somebody who is younger than you, probably a male energy, I would think there, I'm feeling there or sensing, that might say something or do something, and it's like, okay, I get that now. And it's just, and it's enough to like, yep, okay, I hear that. And so you may like be in this funny little space where you might have, stuff from the past that's been triggered. It's like your mind might go there. So it's like, it's enough to like throw you off track again from going forward to where you want to go, or going toward where you're wanting to go, and have a go at something or try something. And it's like, they'll have that little clue for you, or that big clue, however you look at it, to shift you into that space. Yep, okay, this is my decision, okay? And I'm going to give this a good shot, and I'm going to go do blah, 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 whatever it is. So there's some small beginnings that show up anyway. That's where they're going with that. So Spirit are doing this like are working, are doing things in the background. That's what the universe, however you look at it, the universe, God, Jesus, whoever it is that your guides and helpers are there to help us. So that's kind of where they are at the moment with that. So with this, so okay, first off, that's the first row. So they're just wanting to let you know to trust and have faith in yourself. So okay, so then we have the Lovers card, love and choice. So there may be somebody, in there, and it's interesting, it's come under the star. So for some of you, this could be to do with romance as well, that you're moving into with this. Even like I say, it's not necessarily just about the financial side with the Pentacles, but it could be something like emotional that's going on with you, to do with relationships as well. And it could be some of that is, a lot of this, when we're talking about these projects, is about, in the emotional attachment, is our relationship with money, our relationship with abundance, our relationship with prosperity, and how we, go back to this, unconsciously or subconsciously have that connection, an emotional connection to the past of something around money. So we seem to sometimes carry that with us, and it's we're learning and figuring out how we can overcome it, and not, or just cut it and not allow ourselves to go there, switch our thoughts. It's that actually that was in the past. So detach from that, and it's just like, this is a new beginning. I'm learning from that, but I'm not going to take it into my future. That's in the past. I'm going to learn from that, so I don't take it into the future. So I've just kind of like repeated myself. So just wanting to like reiterate to you, this is really up to us, changing our mind. And so, which is interesting, because the Nine of Swords has just come. I'm looking at the card, and the Nine of Swords is there. So it's like changing your mind. It's like stepping. The Nine of Swords is about unfounded fears and, and nightmares. So, sometimes we can over exaggerate things, and actually, and give yourself, what I'm hearing is like Spirit is saying, or Gemini is saying, the energy of Gemini, cool, thank you. The twins are saying, give yourself a break, give yourself a bloody break, and then, have a shot, and then don't get on top of yourself. Stop getting on top of yourself about coulda, shoulda, woulda, didn't, because you're never going to know until you give it a go, okay? And yeah, so, and then the Lovers, a lover choice, so you're making a choice. So there could be something for some of you, this could be like as in a relationship, in a love relationship. So somebody could be coming towards you, or somebody could be, or this could be something in your relationship that you are already in, where there's a change of something, where you see something different, or you may be coming back to this unfounded fears, you know, there may be something going on in there where where you about unfounded fears within the relationship about something, but it's about switching that. It's like, why are you thinking that? You know, why are you going there? Why are you, this is like, okay, I'm hearing self-sabotage or sabotaging yourself, or the situation. So it comes back to something, the spirit are going to looking at what is, you know, what are you emotionally attached to from the past, okay? So the Lovers, cool. So there's something there. Yep, definitely for some of you, there is somebody coming into your life. And some of you may already be in there, so it could be like, you know, already in a relationship that somebody comes in your life. So there could be a third party thing going on there, because there are 3 people in there. But it may be that some of you are either releasing yourself from a relationship, and going into that fear space of, gosh, what else, you know, what, and it's like, okay, there's some unfounded fears, okay, there. But the 9 talks to me about something is changing. For me, 9 is about completion of a cycle. So something, you're coming to the end of a cycle, okay? And then we have the transformation card with death. So there's something coming out of that, okay, with death. So transformation, the death card, and it's, you know, something's changing for you. You've just got to let it happen, okay? And so that's why there's 3 or 4 things going on here. So you know, it could be, like I say, it could be related through about a relationship. It could be, or relationships. It could be, you know, about career, a business journey or venture that you're going into, or a change in that way. Okay, cool. So for me, like they're talking about where you are now or where there is the future. Like it's like letting go of the past, and that where you are now with this bit here with the middle row, and they're going into the, you know, the 6 of Pentacles has come out now. They're talking about generosity and charity. So it's like once you let go of this stuff, you'll find yourself in a better position, okay? We're in better position, like not just financially, but, you know, like in a more balanced, like mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, soulfully even. So with this, because it's like you find yourself in a position with the 6 of Pentacles where you're able to give, you know, you may be, you know, able to give and receive generosity and charity. So you may be feeling like you can give more now, not just like financially, but energetically as well, as in, you know, or physically in giving, you know, being able to help somebody physically. That's what I mean by energy as well, but also energy as in like healing or something, setting some distance healing. So you may be in a better position, like energetically wise, with a higher vibration, because you've come through that, because there's less stress. So you're going to be able to see, you know, all this stuff and feel all this new energy, and actually how, and because that for me shows prosperity as well. You know, because you're feeling, and not just like, you know, because you're feeling now that you're seeing that once I let go of this other bullshit and this other stuff that's in my head, this fear and this attachment to other emotional stuff, is like, you know, stuff really can move, okay? So there's a shift in your energy, and there's a shift in how you can give and receive. So it not necessarily is like millions or something like that, but it could be like giving and receiving with, and charity could be, you know, like doing some, it could be, like I say, exchanging energy for your time. It could be like you're the person that's sitting, listening, rather than, you know, and, you know, being on the other side, and assisting in that way. It could be that you're the one that is, you know, is literally, you know, able to help someone financially in some sort of way. Cool. Wow. Oh my gosh. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune, you know, it shows us the cycle of, you know, from rags to riches, basically. And sometimes we, you know, we might go through this cycle about 2 or 3 times in our lives, or maybe, you know, more than that. But there is, depending on which, you know, how you see that, you know, because I'm hearing like rags to riches, but not necessarily rags to riches from, you know, for everybody. But it's like there's a change in the sense of, you know, from because some of them, it could be like, okay, I'm hearing from, it could be something where you or where you've seen, okay, where you feel or where you see rags to riches be on the scale for you. Okay, that's where they're going. So, but there's a change in fortune and there's a cycle so that you're going through. But for me, that at the moment, that feels like, it feels really good that you see like prosperity and you're feeling more prosperity and abundance, you know, as you're moving. So this is kind of like more in the future where they're going this way. So it's like, but it's like allowing yourself to go there, to set yourself free. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles, where there is the need to decide. Okay, so what is working is, you know, maybe something there is maybe really working with the Seven of Pentacles, and there's something there, you know, on the right side, on his right side, where there's something new coming up. So there may be something new coming up with you right now, where I feel like this is talking about this right now, where you, as well as in the future. Right now is like you may be feeling like you're giving up something that's already working, or it maybe that's, you know, for something to begin something new, because that something is already working really well. Okay, they keep repeating things, so it's something there, but there is a need to decide. I kind of feel like too there's something about, and the need to decide, it comes because it's, you know, it's like you get all heckled up so about what you're going to do. And I feel like there's some of you will, you know, asking the question, do I need to like fully give that up? So some of you, it may be not, it may be merging yourself into it, and not giving, like, say, up your job, full-time job straight away, to go into something new. It depends on which area, where you are with that. Okay, some of you may be doing that, you know, quitting a full job to go into something new, and some of you it may be like going part-time, or just doing sticking with your full-time job and doing something else part-time until it builds up, until you kind of get that information. So there is, but I do feel like that's kind of like in the now with this, but it's also coming up again as you go through this process, because whatever it is that you're doing, you know, is or moving into in the future, it's going to work out okay. And so you find yourself in this position again of needing to decide, or adding, it maybe, I feel like some of you are adding to another business, creating another business and finding a manager to do the other one, or whatever the job is. It's kind of like, or wherever, it could be some of you are working with property, I'm just hearing. It's maybe that you end up holding on to the property that you've already got, keeping it for, you know, as an investment, and then getting a new property. There's kind of like, there's just throwing scenarios out there of different things. So some of you may be getting a little bit like, okay, narrow-minded, or it could be like with where you're thinking at the moment, as well, because something with this loss of wealth or faith. Okay, so just trying to like help you get out of that. So, and then the last card that's come out is resurrection and resolution. So it's something that it's like you find yourself in a space where you can where you've freed yourself because of the decisions that you've made, and where you've allowed yourself to not allow your emotions and the attachments to your thought processes that are of no value to you anymore, like the subconscious ones that are stopping you. So it's like shifting that, the subconscious words that you use and feelings that you use that are there, that you accidentally using, subconsciously there, that you're using to get you, like, some of it is like, yes, conscious, but some of it is not so conscious, but it's like more subconscious. So, but it's kind of like, they're showing me some of you are kind of knowing that, but it's like, oh, but you're not catching yourself. So it's like catching your subconscious mind or thoughts before you know, or not just, sometimes you might catch it before, but often you will like go into that funny little space when something pops up and you just go, oh, that's not good. So that's where they're talking about, is like disconnecting from that, and being quick enough to but staying in that consciousness of who you are and what's going on, you'll be able to more quickly, consciously pick up what the subconscious is bringing through for you, that serves you no good, that, you know, stops you from moving forward, or moving toward whatever it is that you want. So it's like, where am I? There's so much going. It's kind of like into the way that it is that you're wanting to be going into, okay? And now where have they go? So you'll notice it more. Okay, that's where they go. Noticing it more. So this is about consciously being in yourself and being aware of what, you know, your thoughts and that sort of. So when we're more in this moment, we are more able to quickly, you know, notice when our minds, you know, ticks over something that stops us from moving forward, or that, you know, has that fear or questions something in a not good, so good way. It's okay to question, but it's like, what's that question about? Is it a question that's going to like go to the point where it's going to go, you're going to really super question it, which is probably you've already questioned before, asked the same question. Yeah. So they're talking about, yeah, it's like something shifts in within you with this resolution card where you're able to set yourself free. Okay. This is about like something shifts in there. But the angels are working with you with that, because I'm just drawn to the angels, and they're saying, you know, it's about allowing them to, you know, when they, it's like, or the universe or your guides or your helpers, it's like they send us signs and symbols all the time, and, you know, whether to let us know, you know, about things and about to help us shift our perspective about things. So they're just talking about that. So yeah, okay. So I just kind of feel like this is about, but it's also about you going into that consciousness too, of consciously, and you'll be able to help the angels help you shift that perspective, or, you know, or perception, whichever word you choose to use. They kind of mean the same, you know, thereabouts, along the same lines. So I'm just going to draw a card from here and see what comes up for you to finish off with, because they've been, oops. So yeah, wow, sense of freedom around whatever you've done, you know, you've been working on at the moment, or working through as this changes around you. What it could, like I say, it could be, you know, work or relationship, or just something that you're working through. Okay, surface. So something that's surfacing, or it's surface stuff that's just on the surface that you can actually wipe away, keep going, you know, so it's keep moving. And it's like, I love this bit there though, so it's like something is surfacing as well. So it's like there's a sense of relaxation too, like I'm seeing three things there. There's something is surfacing to show you where you can go and how you can do it. But see how they're relaxed in there? I'm just really drawn to that, floating at the surface of that, you know, of the water. So they're floating there. And there's something is surfacing, is coming up and coming out as well of you. And to help you create the shift that it is that you're wanting to shift into, or how you want to be, or you know, what you want to do, be, or have, and how you want to be, and who you want to be. So it's going into those places. There's like, who do you want to be? How do you want to be? Not just actually what do I want to be, do, or have. So it's like all of those as well. Anyway, I feel like there's a little bit going on there, but that's cool. I just kind of feel like there's been like a shift of energy, or of energy there. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there now with you, Gemini, and my spiritual team, and the Zion energy, and the angels. We leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure. And we'll see you next Monday. Okay, bye for now. Oh, I forgot to say, If you're wanting to book a reading with me or a healing session, we could do that online or in person. So it's either ways, and I have various ways of payment facilities to pay for the service as well. So anyway, I'll leave that with you. Anyway, bye for now.